Today, on this episode of Reality Gays.
Mom Talk is dehydrated for Villa Tea.
Is this episode Demi's swan song? See what I did there?
And we finally get to the reunion from last season.
Roll it, Christina.
Roll it, Christina.
RG on YT, y'all.
Get down tonight, Daddy.
It's time for Reality Gays. We're here to cover another reality show. And while the video plays, just sit back and let go.
Now, you may be thinking, where'd the theme song go? We made this little switch because copyright's a bitch. We got 90 Day, Mormon Wives, Lala, and more. And now you can watch us, you whore.
You like to watch, you dirty slut. Yeah, you know.
Like it, don't you? A little too much. Ooh, moist.
RG on YouTube, y'all. I want to show my creamy shoulders. And maybe my nipple.
Poodle, no! Okay, babe. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let me just sing a little bit.
Brett, make sure.
Yeah.
Keep your breath supported.
Yeah.
Let's try it because I'm actually the better singer here. So
what? Okay, but I can, sorry, I get a little nervous for it. It smells like whey protein now. All right.
It stinks. Okay, do it. I'm gonna hold my ears. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there.
Okay.
It's a little breathy already.
Oh, okay.
It's not a little flat.
Okay, let me try
I will
again.
stop you again.
Okay. You with the sad eyes. Don't be. Can you be quiet while I'm trying to say?
Sorry.
You can pick that up on the mic.
Sorry.
Please. Okay. I'll just, I'll skip to the part I can do really well.
Can someone cut the mic? I
see your true colors shining.
No. Do it more like this.
What?
I see your true colors shining through. See, I'm a professional.
God, you sing beautiful, baby. God, what an angelic voice.
True colors. That's why
I love you.
See right there, that's what I'm talking about. A little flat. Yeah. And your tone isn't good.
Okay.
Yeah. Just listen to me. Just do it like me.
Okay.
Can you do it like me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll do it like you. Mm-hmm.
I think we can fix it in post. Take the suck out of it. Yeah.
And scene.
Can I just say that they did not have to include this scene at all?
That's a really great point.
There was no need to include this scene.
Okay.
Except to troll both of them.
Except to troll both of them.
This is the fucking most spiteful thing I've ever seen a show do.
They hate these people so much.
Because none of the other girls were in the scene.
And ironically, Brett was a better singer than her, I thought.
He was.
Yeah. He has a natural instrument. She does not.
She does not. And she was saying, yeah, you're flat. You're a little breathy. But no, they put this there to make her look like an unbelievable asshole.
Well, and she is.
It's incredible.
It was incredible. I'm here for trolling of Demi and Brett. I'm here for it.
Again, y'all, this did not need to make the edit.
No.
There's no reason for this to be here.
There's no reason for the episode to be named that, y'all, because this is Reality Gays. I'm Mattie.
And I'm Poodle. And we are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than tearing reality television new one.
And we're talking about our favorite saints and sinners today on Hulu, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Season 4, Episode 3, as we were saying, the book of true colors. Even that is shade.
I can't believe they did it. I just can't believe they did it. Your shade button didn't work again. What a fail. What a failure. What a failure you are. Jesus. If you try to make it work, the shade button loses all of its notoriety.
I guess so. Boy, goodness. When I got to say, when she first started correcting him, she saw Whitney. Y'all, we've talked about this. Whitney was on Chicago. She was great. Whitney sounds fine.
The vocals, I don't think the vocals are great.
No.
I don't think it's necessary to be good.
For that role. Yeah.
But she can act.
She dances the hell out of it and acts it.
Good Lord. I just think this is just so perfect. This is actually, it's not only that the showrunners hate her, they're actively trying to destroy her.
Yes. Mm-hmm. They're trying to discredit her in any way, shape, or form.
Oh,
in the court of the public opinion. Yeah.
Oh,
it's wonderful.
All right, didn't have to put it in.
It didn't have to.
Absolutely not. This is 2 minutes. They could have used other things for.
Agreed.
But they needed it for them. Yeah. As you know, this one's for me. They said, this 2 minutes are for us.
Again, I don't think we're going to see her after this episode. It's also unclear of
because she refused to film after the reunion.
There's also no reason that they did this. This had to be like, I bet Demi.
That's what I was saying.
She insisted on it, of them going to record it. She insisted that they be there.
Yeah.
But then she doesn't really talk about having a music career or anything.
She can't, because there's no context, because it's very strange in a reality show these days, because the confessionals or the in the moments have become such a normal way of how we run certain types of reality shows.
Yeah.
And
we run comedy shows these way, even scripted.
Yes. Modern Family.
Yeah. Abbott.
Well, it all came from the Real World. That was the first place to do the confessional.
Yeah.
And it became a brilliant storytelling choice. And now that she's not around, you don't get any context, because it's a great way to link things, to give context. There's no context of why did they go for their anniversary? Did they go blah blah blah?
Yeah, was this just like a gift she always wanted to do? They're doing it. Yeah.
And I think my thing was they probably followed Demi a lot more. But we didn't see any of that.
We didn't see it.
We saw her acting like an absolute shrew.
Yes.
And being shitty to her husband. And then acting like they both could sing. It is the biggest troll of all time.
They both deserve each other.
They do.
Although Brett doesn't have a good picker. I think his first wife wasn't really a great person either.
Angie Harrington.
Yeah. She thought she was going to be a housewife.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
All right, let's jump into it. Oh, okay. So last we left, Dakota, Dakota
Taylor
has been
found out Dakota fucked somebody.
Yeah.
At the villa.
So Jesse's telling her. And then, of course, TFP's crying. She's like, this is my sign. This is who he is. I need to move on. And she's like, and Jesse's like, poor Jesse. Her eyes are like so wide open.
And of course she calls him.
As some people say, if you do think she looks different too, I don't know if it's on this season or it'll be on next, but Jessie had plastic surgery. She actually just been very vocal about it. So that's another. Yeah. But anyway, she had like an upper bleph and a lower bleph, and I think like they put fat in her lips or something like that.
She does look different. Yeah.
But I think that's part of it. But she really sounds like she didn't vet. She just kind of went to. Because you're not supposed to put fat into lips because it doesn't do the same. You're supposed to do filler if you do it. Fat doesn't work.
Is this a plastic surgery podcast?
It is. I could have a corner at this point. Anyway, well, that's what Dr. Jason, we're staying at UCLA, told me.
We're not. Nope. We're not doing that.
Well, I got to get this out.
This is not.
I need Botox. I need to get
This is not. This is not.
I've shown that clip.
Nope.
Anyway, but yeah, we talked about our eyebrows earlier. But so she's sitting there with her eyes going, I don't know if I made the right decision. I'm wondering if this is going to open up a can of worms. Cut to Taylor just holding her phone.
I'm going to call him.
And she's
because
like, no.
of course she is. She is that girl.
She is that girl. She can't let it go because she's a Gemini.
And she just goes, "Did you enjoy it?" That's the first thing. And he's like, what?
But he knows
I
exactly
didn't.
what she was talking about.
And then she's like, "Did you finish?" He's like, "I did. I can still have sex and it not be enjoyable." The interesting thing here is I think it's so interesting that she thinks he's going to be honest with her here. It is incredible. And that just tells you she's still hung up on this guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is.
And then you can tell he's still hung up on her. And he's like, "You made it impossible for us to have a relationship." And he says, "Sorry, I moved on because you already have a man." So then he gets defensive.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Do you even know her? So you fuck some random hoe on television. You win." They only know how to hurt each other. That's the only emotional language either of them speak now, to hurt each other. They can't do anything else.
And they do that. And then Jesse's like, "I hope the Bachelorette will help her move on." Blink, blink. Ugh. But later on in Los Angeles, we're at Jen's house, and Jen is talking to Zach. And she's like,
back from the villa.
She sent him with a purpose. Again, like he's like the little whispers, from Game of Thrones.
Yes, the guy who has little birds or little
birds.
His birds, yeah.
Yeah. I just saw a meme that said, what was it? I forgot what show it was. But the woman was talking about, she said, or it was a newscaster host, a white male newscaster and a black woman. They were talking and having a conversation that white people have birds in their houses. And the guy said, I saw this meme about that. White people always have a bird in their house. He said, and
like
then
an actual bird or a picture of a bird?
A picture or like a bird statuette or something. Yeah. And he said, and then I looked around and I had a bird statue I didn't even know about. And I watched that. And this morning I woke up and there's a little bird thing that I have sitting in one of my plants. Do you have a bird?
I don't have a bird.
You might.
I'm pretty minimal. I don't have a lot of things like that. I don't think I have a bird. Do I have a bird? I'm like, do I know what's in my house?
Do I know?
I don't think I have a bird. My mother has birds.
Yeah.
Well, she's bird crazy though.
My mom's bird crazy too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So black people don't have birds in their house?
I guess that's what this woman was saying.
Okay.
The newscaster who was a black woman. So she can't speak for an entire... But that's what she said.
But if you're white, you will have a bird.
But if you're white, I can speak for. Yeah, if you're white, yeah. Okay. I bet there's a bird in there somewhere that you just don't know about.
Like a statue of a bird?
Like, I don't know, a salt and pepper shaker or a little thing or a picture. I bet you got a bird somewhere.
Is there a dead bird in my house?
All right. So
that was interesting.
Zach was saying, I want to know what you think about this, Poodle. But
I know exactly what I think about this.
He trusts Marciano more than he trusts Demi.
Remember, Zach wants to make the case to Jen that mom talk is a bad thing for her to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to say, you don't need all this drama. He's still building his... Because what he would prefer is for her not to be an influencer at all and for her to be a housewife.
Although now...
True. But I'm
she's
saying...
She's making great money.
In his mind,
he would want
her to separate from them.
Yeah, because now...
So he can still control her.
Yeah, he doesn't even want to go to med school. He's like, why be in med school when I just take care of the kids?
But he still wants to control her.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is... Also, remember, Demi is a very strong woman. And Zach wants to take that down.
Yeah.
Also, I do think he is anyone who's an enemy of his wife. He's going to be just as more happy to give them ammunition because
also Marciano is charming. He is charming.
Yeah. So we even find out that he talked to some woman named Hannah and said Marciano and Demi talked for 6 hours, which is much longer.
That's much longer.
Yeah. And so Jen says the girls are trying to move past all this
Well,
stuff.
I just want to say he also talks. He said brings up to her because I don't think that they kissed and
yes,
and besides the talking as well.
Yep.
So Jen's like, I knew it. Sorry, go ahead.
People are trying to move past it, she says, but I don't think she should get away with treating everyone like shit. And that's when she says, we've put so much blame on Marciano, but it's just as much as Demi and Jesse.
Actually,
if
Zach
not
says
more.
that.
That's
going
what I'm saying.
off your theory. Yeah, you said.
Yeah, he is trying to say that mom talk is bad for her.
He does hate mom talk. Yeah.
So it's all part of that. And then he tells her about Dakota. And he's like, seeing the single life, I just would never want to do that again because I'm the best husband you'll ever have. He's still, even though he's not making objectively evil moves, I think he's one of the most rotten people in
He's
this
watching out
series.
for himself for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
It'll happen because they're not going to be
just a
married
little bit also in Los Angeles. Then we can stay in Utah the whole time. Whitney's house with Jen. And this is, they're in rehearsals every day for Dancing with the Stars. Jen's trying to rebuild her relationship with Whitney. And Whitney is going to stay in LA, even if she gets voted off. Because that's where this is where, New York or LA is where she belongs. She really does.
Yeah, truly.
And remember, Whitney is still kind of keeping Demi close because she's a shield for her. And Jen does not understand this because Jen is all emotion. She can't steel herself like Whitney can.
No. Yeah.
And it's why Whitney's going to be a great actress one day.
Yeah.
She needs class. She needs class, but it's all there. If we all watch season 2.
But did she study musical theater, or she studied theater or dance?
She studied dance. I don't know if she studied theater.
Okay.
I don't know. I know she was a dancer. And so Whitney can never be the problem as long as the one problem as long as Demi's around. But Jen says I'm the only one Demi hasn't reached out to. I would appreciate an apology. You're never going to get that, Jen,
because apparently Demi is like gathering the troops, and she's been having little meetings with all the other girls, except for her.
Yeah. So, and she even says, Jen says, I don't think mom talk is a safe place for me while Demi is there.
And Whitney kind of brings up, she's like, look, there's got to be a place where everybody can move on if both of your feelings are valid. And she said, and then Whitney says in her interview, which is true, she said, you accepted that apology for her on air. And now I'm feeling worried. Jen just says, I trust vibes over words, and so much has happened. I want mom to, like she said, to be safe, but I like that, vibes over words. I think we can go back to Utah now, right?
Salt Lake City.
We really already covered, but this again, that's the trolling when the producer says, so Demi, why are you here today? Crickets. So like, we're not even getting a reason why they're doing this.
As soon as they started vocal warm-ups in the car, I went, holy hell.
Oh yeah.
I am not.
Yeah.
I was sat. And yeah, the crazy thing, True Colors isn't even that hard of a song to sing. It's not very rangy at all.
No, it's not.
I think it's maybe an octave and a third. So yeah. Anyway, they're both pitchy, but
They're both.
I think
way
she's
more
worse.
flat. Way more flat than he is.
And she's not. You can tell. I feel like there are certain things about singing she's just not adapting to. He actually is kind of hearing the sound. She's like trying to really pronounce the words.
Yeah, it seems like he's
colors.
had more training singing.
That's what
than
it
she has.
feels like the Osmond style of singing.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's awful. Y'all, again, the only reason they did this was to troll her, and it is delicious.
When they get in the car again and he goes, you need to do that more. I wrote, no, you don't.
No. And Brett says, I'm so excited to defend you at the reunion. I'm sick of the lies. And remember,
posturing.
Jen has just gone on Nick Vial's podcast and talked about Mauricio. Demi was sitting on Mauricio's lap and kissing, and everyone is pissed off. And Demi says, this is defamation.
She's using those legal words around because she's trying to scare production.
Right.
So
then we are at Macy's later on. They keep doing 6 days till reunion. 5 days till reunion. Days. And again, this happened
like
last season. Boop, boop, or technically, but yeah. And Jacob is talking about the boys are, she's like, Macy's saying the boys are commenting on Jacob's posts. And he's like, just remember who rules. I'm curious for you. Do you think Mayci and Jacob are playing this up for more of a storyline, or is this real?
I go back and forth on that too.
Yeah.
The thing that I don't know, unless maybe Macy's a good actor. The thing is, Mayci seems pissed off.
She really does.
And so that's what makes me believe it. But maybe she's a good actor. But that's what convinces me that I think this might be real.
She seems pissed. And he says, two can play at that game. Well, can they? And he brings in the dad talk hat. She's like, at least get it a different font. That reminds me of Jordan. And she said, Jacob's been spicy since London. And I'm annoyed he's waited to tell me things. The worst thing is he likes Chase and wants to spend time with him. And he wants her to meet him. And she's like, I think your reputation's gonna be tainted by toxic men.
Again, and she likes saying that a lot. Mm-hmm. Then Miranda and Layla and Chase and Mason, just those names. Miranda, Layla, Chase, and Mason.
Very Mormon.
It almost could be 2 days. Like Miranda, Layla, Chase, Mason.
Miranda, Chase, Mason, Lacey.
Chase, Mason. Anyway, they're at the park because Miranda and Chase get along, and she talks about, I try to stay out of it. I just try to keep it co-parenting.
Which is, I can't imagine Taylor and, until they're both in relationships with someone else, I can't imagine Taylor and Dakota doing that well.
No.
I think poor Ever True is...
It's going to be a rough road.
Yeah.
Hopefully Ever True's not on the pole one day. No. Yeah. Welcome to the stage. Ever True.
I think he would use a different name.
Everhard or something like that. Some stripper name. Anyway, so Chase is like, I want to have a conversation with Mayci. And he said, and I want to bury this hatchet. And so he asked Jacob, and Jacob said he would talk to her. And he's kind of talking in his... So help me clarify what happened. So Chase starts talking. So 3 years ago, we don't know who this someone was, but someone said...
Taylor's ex-husband.
Oh, that's who it was. Okay, so who is not a part of the show at all. We've never seen him. Like
this was they invited them to a cabin, and they were hearing about the swinging, and so Macy's like, we were uncomfortable, and and then Taylor said it was uncomfortable because Mayci and Jacob don't drink. So I think they've gotten over that now. But so it's kind of like it was even before that, and also the shit that Mayci has been, or that Chase has been saying about Mom Talk and the members
again, and we talked
podcast.
about what he literally talked about again. Her,
and I don't blame Mayci because that would really piss me off.
Yeah, that would really piss me off.
And so she's like, I don't want to go lunch with him. I'm good. Why do we need him around? So 5 days till reunion. Taylor is getting...
and also Miranda, I just want to say, Miranda, when they were talking at the park, because that's where Chase says, she thinks every man's toxic. She does. Yeah. But Miranda said, also, she said, I think what happened, things got twisted around, and you took it as they were putting feelers out to swing.
Right.
And that wasn't the case. So anyway, all right, continue. I just wanted to clarify that because that comes back.
5 days. Taylor is getting another boob job because she needs a touch up, she said, because she's wearing a lot of dresses and that's not normal for me.
I wouldn't get a boob job 5 days before. You're going to be...
Well, it's not 5 days before the reunion.
The reunion. Well, but she only gets 3 days off. So...
I got you.
The fact that the cameras are in there while she's coming out of anesthesia, I'm like,
never
good
leave.
God, let this fucking woman rest.
So, of course, she's a mess after anesthesia, and she's like, "My life sucks.
She's a
My
mess
heart
after
hurts."
Did you almost say she's a mess after Anastasia?
Yeah, I did. I almost did. I have to watch myself every time I say anesthesia because I want to say Anastasia. Anastasia.
Boobs and men, Mormon wives.
Anastasia.
Oh boy.
So she says, "My heart hurts because he never loved me."
And her mom, Leanne, is like,
Who's now her twin.
Jesse should have gone to Leanne searching.
I know.
Because Leanne looks fucking incredible.
Looks 10 years
She had
younger.
a ponytail lift, and it's
to be fair,
fantastic.
she actually looks like a completely different person, or like her daughter's sister.
She does look like her sister, yeah.
I think that's what bothers me. It's not that she looks different. It's that she looks too much like her daughter. Like she took a picture of Taylor and said, "Here, more like this."
More like this.
And so anyway, the next thing we have, we're in Provo, and it is a mom talk lunch, it looks like.
Yes.
I believe because the reunion, I don't know, I don't think Whitney wasn't there, I don't believe.
No, Whitney wasn't there.
But Jen is already back from LA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So because they're going to film. So the reunion had to happen in Salt Lake City. We believed it would because of all the babies. Yeah. And so Jesse is talking about, I need to tell the girls about Demi and what happened with Gabby. And so she tells them that she's had patterns and your emotional cheating, she brings up. And then, but she's like, but she said she didn't emotionally cheat with Marciano, which, and the girls go, "We were so close."
You're like, so close.
And this is the thing. So they know she's lying about it. And I think Jesse says, "She's just so disingenuous." I would never have stopped her at that moment and say, "It's actually disingenuous." It actually sounds right.
It does. Disingenuous.
Disingenuous. I love it when when people are really heated and they say a word and it doesn't mean.
Again, like Chrissy Cottle would say she was blivid at the Clinique counter when she was really angry and we never could correct her.
Because you don't want to say it right then.
How are you going to do it when she goes, "I am livid"?
You can't.
What am I supposed to say?
She's in a state. Yeah,
I know. So
I have no problem correcting you when you're in a state. So.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I have noticed that.
Miranda says, "If Demi would just be authentic." Boy, she's got some great lines.
No,
this
Miranda's voice makes her sound dumb, but she's not actually dumb.
No.
Because she says, if she was just this authentic, it would go so much better for her. And Mayci brought up a good point. She's like, that's kind of what we all used to do, is that we all were, and that happens in a lot of reality shows. That's why usually the first season's honestly so good, because you get all these people who aren't aware of the cameras and they're so good at just being authentic and being themselves, and that's what hooks us in.
Right.
But,
so
we'll see how this reunion goes.
Then we have the lunch that Jacob is trying to get Mayci to have with Chase and Michaela, and Michaela's there for support.
Well, of course, because Macy's like, "I'm not doing this by myself."
Yeah.
So, and Michaela's like, "We're going to clear shit up with M&M Incorporated."
And they got the babies again. We gotta pass them around like hot potatoes.
Cute little baby. And so they're sitting there. The first thing Jacob's like, because he's like, "Well, I just wanted to talk," and she's like, "Because you talked shit about us online."
Okay, because you talked shit about us for like a year. He's like, "Well, it's not one-sided," and she's like, and Macy's like, "Well, actually, I talked shit, but it wasn't online," which is very different. And Chase brings up the podcast, and they show a clip of it, and what he says is horrible. He says, he said, "I
I did it to piss people off, and I did it for clicks. And I think
I was kind of shocked he did that.
I was kind of surprised he said that. And he said, I've said a lot of stupid things, and some of those things were mean. He was like, it was super stupid, and I wish I wouldn't have said it.
Yeah, and they did some of the clips, and like he talked about Macy's father, the child of her baby daddy.
It's confusing. Yeah, the baby daddy. I don't love that term, but that's kind of the best way to say it.
And then to also talk about Layla was bad in bed. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
it was
gross.
It was really gross.
And Taylor, all kind of stuff with the swinging scandal. And he's like, well, what about you and my DMs? And she's like, that happened. He's like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, weren't you inviting us to swing? He's like, well, the orgy only happened twice.
He's like, he said that cabin that weekend wasn't an orgy.
Did you notice? Go ahead. When Jacob is asking questions, and she just goes, "Whose side are you on?"
Which not Mayci, Michaela was like pissed. It was Michaela who asked, "Whose side are you on?"
This is interesting. I think so far the most interesting thing. I hope it's real. Is Jacob kind of coming out of his shell? And they don't like it.
I think it is real because, again, I don't think all these women can act so pissed so convincingly. Because Jacob says, well, look, I took a few steps back from this and Macy's like, yeah, but I don't think, Chase, that you helped yourself. And Michaela said, and I don't think you treat women well.
Yep.
And Chase kind of says, I know, I take a lot, or he said, I've made a lot of mistakes. But I hope that we can get to a place where you could trust me moving forward. And Macy's like, well, it's about your behavior in the future. Mm-hmm. And Michaela says in her interview, she's like, listen, I don't think anyone's actually sorry if they tell you they're sorry off camera.
Good point.
Not on the show.
Yep. Good point.
Which is a good point as well.
But no one cares because it's reunion day. It's reunion day, Auntie Shrew.
Reunion day. We're all getting ready.
I've got to say, now we know why the reunion was cut to shreds.
Well, speak to that.
I think because there were so many things that already were going to be brought up I think they've had this. They were already editing this by the time they got reunion stuff for season 4. I don't think these people stop. I don't think these producers stop.
No, they're not.
And I think they were already starting to script this by the time the reunion aired, and putting editing and stuff together. And I think it would have. I think they needed to chop up so many things so they would have storylines to tell. So things wouldn't be.
That makes good sense.
It's the way they're doing it, though. But that's why this reunion was so confusing. And I don't know, and I'm saying this now because of the way they filmed this, I don't know if we're going to have satisfying reunions from this show.
We talked about that last reunion, that we feel like because they do it this way, it's like the reunion's just an extended episode. It's not really what we get from a normal reunion.
Yeah.
Because, we have this reunion and then they have the talk after the reunion. And it's like, so now we're having the reunion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And what they showed, I'm trying to think, did they show anything new?
Well, Whitney brought up before, she's like, you're going into this and they're showing scenes that you haven't seen before.
Right.
And they all do their little prayer and Jen's like, is making a face. And, but what we do see, the first thing they show of is Demi just screaming at Michaela. Yeah. And y'all, if you don't remember the reunion, Demi lost her shit.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It was
oh,
yeah.
The Kool-Aid man I go into. Oh, yeah.
It was not a good look for her. I think you said at that reunion, the mask fell.
Yeah.
She let it drop.
It too, yeah. Mm-hmm. And basically Jen says, you hate me because you can't look at yourself in the mirror. And she's, did you not watch yourself in season 3? You look guilty as fuck. And that's when Demi says, you don't have proof of anything. And I'm telling you, when someone says that, that means they've done it.
Yeah.
An innocent person doesn't say you don't have any proof.
And yes, and that's so true. And that's what you would know.
I know.
You've had too many husbands. You
No
would
proof.
know.
No proof. I use gloves for that brake line. No proof.
No proof. And
No
Jen
proof.
said, this is about, she said she needs to be accountable. And she's not being accountable at all.
Yeah.
And Jesse then kind of starts in and says, one moment your story keeps changing. One moment you're saying you're the victim, then you're not the victim. Now you are the victim. And if it's kind of cross-talk, they're talking and then Brett and the guys are talking. And this was gross. Because Brett was like, I just don't know why this knee-jerk reaction that Demi, when Demi came out about this, there was this knee-jerk reaction that no one believed her as a victim. And Zach, kind of nicely more, is trying to say, last week Marciano told us everything, and he claims still that they kissed. And you see Brett's face kind of goes dark. And then to troll them even more, the production puts a clip of Lisa Vanderpump saying what you said earlier, she's seen the footage.
She's got cameras everywhere.
And I think the women that are doubting her have a good mind to do so. I think they have a good reason.
And then Zach says, but dude, the cum swallowing?
And Brett's like, shut your mouth. Shut your little munchkin mouth.
I'm not wired like you, but he's like, maybe you should rewire yourself. To be fair, even me, who would probably write something like that, if I was in a relationship, and I probably couldn't argue that wasn't sexual.
Probably no.
I don't think I would attempt to argue that not being sexual.
By the way, once we get all these Mormon wives, we better get those sexed.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Again, it's so many files. Feel like the Justice Department.
Yeah. Don't you redact a goddamn thing. You're not allowed.
And so
Jack is talking. He said, he was like, y'all are in Delulu land. He said, I don't know why you're even here. He said, you talk shit behind everybody's back because you're a shitty person.
It's like, yeah, bro, you're just like, it's hard to take you seriously with your little munchkin voice.
That's
just
all he's
gross.
got.
Back to Demi. She's like, my immediate reaction was trying to put a white flag and Marcy, when she's talking, they kind of get her in mid-sentence. What she's saying is she was going to call a peace, and she said, Marciano's like, don't do it. And she said, and that's why Marciano, again, made her double down.
Which doesn't really make sense.
No, exactly. And, Macy's like, I feel for Demi, but nothing adds up. And all the girls, then Demi starts going into this crying,
hysterical thing. I didn't do whatever he did to me, but I should have been
painful
more careful and cautious. And
it's really
it brings up
painful
more
to not be
stuff,
believed.
which she never mentions.
And did you notice? She actually says, I would rather something have happened and then go through this. I wish something would have happened. I wish it would have happened. So then this would make more sense. Meanwhile, do you see like Miranda kind of rolls her eye? Like all the girls have... This is what actually makes me not believe Demi. Well, there's a lot of reasons, but that none of these women believe Demi.
No.
You can even tell Whitney doesn't say it. She parses her words out.
Yeah.
But you can tell even Whitney does not believe her.
Oh, for
So then that tells me that Demi is a liar and making this up about Marciano, which, like you said earlier, is really fucking crazy that she is accusing him of being a rapist.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's fucked up. And fucked up on a level of, that's one of the reasons why women get shit from this, because of women who do,
exactly,
or not women, people who do, because men do it too, this stupid shit like this.
Well, obviously, people, there are all types of like false reporting and blah, blah, blah. Nope. That's very, 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 very uncommon.
Yes.
But,
But it's gross that we're
every
watching
time
her do this on
someone
a
jumps up
platform.
and says it, it gives all deniers of victims all the leverage.
Which I believe Mayci or Michaela talked about. They talked about that last season.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot that part.
So I think basically Jesse says the last thing is Demi is smart, she's calculating, and I've seen all the behavior, and I'm done. I'm done with trying to be her friend.
I don't want to be friends with her any fucking more. Meanwhile, Whitney's looking fucking snatched.
Oh,
on this
God,
boat.
this
She
dress.
looks so good.
Oh, this purple dress. Oh,
She's walking in her slow
I
motion.
love the hair. I love everything. I cannot believe I despised her on season 1.
I know. You really hated her. You really went
it was
hard.
just me.
Yeah, it was just you. I said nothing but good things about her.
She is a fucking star. God.
Like, she's such a star that she could almost replace Nicole Kidman in the AMC commercial. That's how much I love her now. But not yet. Although
we go to this place for magic.
They've really ruined that commercial now. Have you noticed that they keep cutting it up?
Yes.
They're only playing in like, you see her walking. She steps in the puddle, then she's sitting in the seat, and she says, "We come here for magic," and then she goes, "AMC." What's the point?
I know it's got no gravitas anymore, and also people in LA cheer when it comes on. I'm like,
no, I love that we cheer when it comes on, but people in LA, we want to see the big, we want to see the build up.
There's some irony behind. I don't like that.
Oh, I like that people cheer,
but they don't do it for the reason you wanting them to.
Well, what's the reason you would like people to cheer?
Because they really genuinely appreciate the commercial.
I think they appreciate movies and what she's saying in LA because our business is dying and people are clapping.
You're naive. I don't think people think that way. I think they laugh because it's a cheesy commercial, but it speaks aspirationally.
I think maybe it could be both.
I want to let us know, y'all. Let us know if you.
But it's very different if you don't live in LA. If you're not in the film business, it's because we live in a place where,
right?
I mean, really, no one goes to the movie anymore. And in LA, especially, it's pretty much just film people that are there.
I think that is extremely. I think that's expecting the good of the audience a little too much. I think not everyone works in the film industry, though. There's so many cynical people.
Yeah,
in Los Angeles. But they usually, and then when she says final word, there's a laugh. That's how I know it's not really fake. It's not really there. Sorry to ruin.
I don't hear the laugh. I hear people repeat the word with her, like people say they are, and then they cheer. That's what I've heard.
I don't think we're at the same theaters. I don't.
Yeah, maybe we're just seeing different things.
I think that they're making fun of it.
I disagree, but that's fine. We can just, like Maureen said, we're going to have to choose to disagree.
That's fine. I don't know. So the next day, there's an influencer event. I didn't know what this was for.
It's for something called the Face of Active Collection or something like that.
And it looks like for like a water bottle.
It looks like for workout attire maybe, but she's doing a whole meet and greet and there's a huge line of people. And then, but then Mom Talk is going to be there afterwards. So, and this is the day after the reunion. So they're all kind of like, oh God, but they're like,
I can't believe they filmed. They did not skip one day.
Not one day after that reunion. And so,
what the shooting schedule's like?
Oh, it's brutal. They're all there. They're all there. And
ladies, no one's joining the union.
That's true. And so Jen's like, again, Jen looks like she went on a bender. Her face is still like, she's like, I'm still processing everything that happened. Taylor ends up showing up. Macy's tired, exhausted. But no Demi.
No Demi, because she's like, they're not doing well mentally. And Taylor's like, look, these events is what Montauk is for. It's not okay to come. So I have a feeling because the last time we'll see Demi.
Because when was it that who got in trouble because they didn't go to Whitney? Everybody wanted Whitney to apologize.
Yeah,
because she didn't go to the baby
I can't even remember.
She did. Whitney didn't
the baby
go
blessing.
to Macy's baby's blessing.
Yes,
and it really
was that it? Yeah,
some baby thing for Macy though.
Yeah,
and it was
Or no, it was an event. It was an event. It was her event.
Oh, for her.
Yeah,
some product she was doing.
Yeah, God, who knows?
Taylor even said, "I just talked to Demi yesterday, and she said she was coming." So I think this is the last we've seen Demi.
She's done.
I don't think. Where can Demi even go from here?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. She's
what
she's
kind
her
of
own influencer, but no one wants to follow her anymore.
because she's known, she's just like the thing about influencers are
Authenticity.
and honest, like they have to be honest. And so now it's who's going to hire her to do an ad for a deodorant when people don't even believe she's honest.
She flew too close to the sun.
What does Brett do for work again?
I don't know.
He was a football star, right?
He played football. I don't know what he does.
God, I hope she comes out with an album. I want her to come out with an album so badly.
Eek.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's the show.
All right, everybody. That is the show. You can jump into episode 4. We have not watched it. So again, we only did these first 3. So again, we could be saying shit that you're like, this doesn't make any sense, but that's fine. Just read us for filth. We're doing our best over here.
We can't be responsible for what we don't know.
It's true.
You don't read us for filth.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're watching us, hello on YouTube, then go ahead and subscribe.
Hello.
Why not? So then you can get, because not only you're going to get these long form podcasts of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but all of our memes, whether it's 90 Day or this, they're all on our YouTube shorts. So
Shorts.
Shorts. So if you're
YouTube
like,
Shorts.
YouTube Shorts. I like that.
YouTube Shorts.
You're not on social media. Watch our YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts.
Leave a review if you are listening. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We appreciate that very much. We also appreciate our sponsors who enable us to do what we love to do. So thank you.
Thanks, sponsors.
Thanks, sponsors. Support our show by supporting our sponsors. We appreciate it very much. And if you don't want to hear our sponsors, you can subscribe to RG Plus at the $8 tier. And that's our all audio tier that you can get everything we do without any commercials. Or if you're freaky deaky. Yeah, ad-free, yes.
Your pleasure.
If you're freaky deaky and you like watching us, hello.
Hi.
There's more videos for you, y'all. Every Tuesday, our episodes right now, it's B90, are dropping on Tuesday night. And if you're on the $15 video tier, you get all the videos early, but you also get Love After Lockup, the multiverse of Love After Lockup on video as well.
Yes.
Don't use that voice. All right, everybody. We will see you in the next episode.
And
This is Reality Gays saying goodbye for now.
we leave you with the strong and immortal words of Demi.